guys, Q here, and this is a video on how to defeat Abzu in Chapter 14 on Final Fantasy Remake on hard mode. This strategy is going to be very similar to the failed experiment. However, just about everything went wrong in this video and the strategy still worked. So I'm trying something different, and I want to show you how everything can still go wrong and yet the strategies still play out. Hopefully yours will go better than this. Cloud, you want to give him a magic build, so you want to give him the Mithril Saber and the Fury Ring. Go ahead and give him the Chain Bangle as well. Barret, you want to give him the Wrecking Ball for that physical damage, and the Mythical Amulet. It'll strengthen the summon he calls forth in battle. Really not much. You could give him the Fury Ring, but I'm concerned about him dying later on in the fight. And then Tifa, again, a melee build with those force bracelets. For materia, you want to give Cloud the HP Absorb and the Fire materia linked in the weapon slot. Now, you don't really need the HP Absorb. You could do MP Absorb, you could do Refocus, whatever needs you. Steadfast Block and Prayer is a necessity, both of those. 2 HP ups, 2 MP ups, and 2 magic ups. Since we don't have Aerith, Cloud is going to be our magic dealer this time around. For Barret, it's going to be the elemental materia and the fire materia. Same thing as Cloud with the steadfast block and the prayer, and 2 HP ups. Now Barret, you may need some MP, so go ahead and give him an MP up. It's not entirely necessary. You could do a refocus or something else, luck up, whatever you need. But make sure to give him a healing materia just in case. You're probably going to need that healing materia. And then make sure to give him the Magnify with the Barrier, because that third phase is where things get hairy. With Tifa, again, elemental and fire. She's going to kind of split the difference. Now, you see I put first strike here, and that was just a slight mistake, honestly. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not... Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Refocus. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, steadfast block, and then I switched the spots. So, steadfast block and prayer materia, and then of course the 2 HP ups. And you don't really need to give her an MP up. You could give her a refocus if you wanted, but you do want to make sure that she has revival, just in case. As well as the healing materia. Barret and Tifa are going to be our just in case healers. Give her first strike. She will absolutely need first strike, as well as a binding materia. We're going to be similar to the first battle with Abzu. We're going to be putting him to sleep right away. And then you also want to make sure someone has Ifrit, preferably Barret, and you'll see why. This fight is a little complicated because of the different phases, and we will be getting our limit breaks and stuff. And using a summon, so we're combining the limit break strategy and the summon strategy. But as soon as we start off this fight, you are going to cast sleep. Now with Tifa, as soon as you cast sleep with Tifa, you want to switch between Cloud and Barret dodging, and that'll prevent them from attacking right after sleep is applied and then waking Abzu up. So you see I'm just going back and forth between Cloud and Barret dodging to make sure that they don't accidentally hit the boss. And once he's asleep, we're going to switch back to Cloud, because we're going to be looking for Cloud to have 2 ATB charges, as well as Tifa having 1 and Barret having 1. And we're going to take out that left horn real quick here. So we got 2 for Cloud, 1 for Tifa, waiting on Barret. And there we go. So as soon as you do, use Cloud to cast Firaga on left horn. Then Tifa, Firaga, left horn. You're also going to do Barret, Firaga, left horn. Don't worry if it looks like it's going to get blocked. It might get blocked, but as long as you do it, some of them should hit just fine. And then cast another Firaga with Cloud on that left horn. And so once we take out that left horn, that'll limit his moveset a little bit. And we're going to run around these boxes. Abzu, the main Abzu, cannot get you while he's in the boxes. So next we're going to be focusing on taking out that tail. And again, run around with Cloud, and then when you get a charge, cast Firaga on the tail. Again, you're going to see a lot of BS happening in this video. Again, everything that could go wrong in this fight did go wrong for me, and the strategy still worked great. But once you push him into the second phase, he's going to use Blackwater to get rid of half the cover in the arena, but it's okay. You still got this half. Just run around here with Cloud, and you're going to continue to cast Firaga to get rid of the tail, with a little bit of caveat. You don't want Cloud to apply too much damage, so once the tail gets low on health, we're going to be using Barret and Tifa to finish off the tail, to get the tail off, but not push him into the third phase. And luckily no one got hurt here. If someone does get caught in that, you see, just keep using Firaga on that tail. And I got interrupted. Fantastic. So there's, everything just going wrong. Stupid. But if someone does get caught up in that Blackwater, go ahead and use Barret and Tifa's Kiraga to heal them up. You're going to see that a couple times actually during this fight, because Cloud can't figure things out. But so now that the tail is low on HP, you're going to cast Firagas with Tifa and Barret to just give it that little bit and get rid of the tail. So far, we got rid of the horn with the Firagas. Now we're getting rid of the tail with Firagas. That's effectively the first two phases of the fight, but we're not going to end the second phase just yet. Now we got rid of the tail, but we're still in the second phase. Now is the long haul. Now is the failed experiment Reno Rude strategy. We are going to gain our limit breaks. Now it's a little tough to pick a spot. Have your character stand in these boxes here and just block. This will take a while, but again, if you're at my video, it means you're struggling with this fight. So you're going to want to just put on your patient hat, put on your strat hat, and just be patient. Block to get that limit break. Feel free to cast prayer as you need it. And if someone gets caught up by a Blackwater Blast, go ahead and use actual cure magic as well as the regen magic. Regen will get rid of poison, so that definitely helps. But you're just going to sit around and get that limit break for Cloud. And then you're going to, when it's time, you're going to sit around and get that limit break for Tifa. And then when it's time, you're going to sit around and get that limit break for Barret. You are going to see here, here we go. Cloud is not going to get out of the way of the Blackwater Blast. And this is so stupid. It's like, what? Really, dude? Really? So go ahead and cast double Kiragas on him with Tifa and Barret. And then go ahead and cast a regen as well to get rid of the poison status ailment. There we go. And as I said, it's like everything went wrong during this fight, and yet the strategy still works. So there's plenty of room for error here. And again, we're using two strategies. We're using the limit break strategy and the summon strategy. You could get away with just one or the other. The summon strategy is a lot faster. You could potentially get away with the Firaga strategy, but that one I found very inconsistent. So I do suggest using the limit break strategy, quite honestly. It's the safest option for a guaranteed win. But we're getting Tifa's limit break up and hoping that Cloud gets out of the way. And then hers is up, and then we got Barret. Now, as soon as Barret's, we don't want to heal Barret all the way. We want Barret's health to get down to critical HP by the end of the phase. And you're going to see that he gets full limit break before he gets down to critical HP, and I still sit around a bit to get him down to critical HP, because that is when stuff gets real and we're going to use the strategies. And then once again, he's jumping up here and Cloud just doesn't get out of the way. I don't know what he's doing. He's just standing there. He's like, look at me with my sparkly sword. And he's going to block that poison water. Okay, Cloud. Yeah, you do you, bro. We'll see how well that works out. Oh, yeah, not very well, did it? So I had to heal him up. But again, you can see basically everyone got all their magic back just from the standing around getting those limit break gauges up. Everything went wrong when I recorded this, but it still worked. So you should have an easier time than what you see in the video here. So now Barret, Cloud, and Tifa all have their limit breaks. And I do think this boss will not enter phase 3 until you take an action on him. So no matter what damage or Tifa or Cloud do, it's not going to push him into the next phase. But we're waiting for Barret to get critical HP status. I'm sitting here like, please don't, please don't. Okay, cool. Alright, he's almost there. And as soon as we do, there we go. As soon as we do, we're going to cast Barrier, Magnified Barrier with Barret. And then we're going to pick Cloud and cast a Firaga on Abzu. And like an idiot, he got hit by a pounce. I was trying to run in the block inside the boxes so he couldn't hit me and then cast my Firaga. But again, just bad luck. Everything went wrong this run, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to cast a Firaga as soon as he gets back on his feet. And it's going to push him into the third phase. Now, the summon gauge will not show up right when the third phase starts. Barret needs to take one more hit, and the summon gauge will show up. As soon as that happens, heal Barret. And then we'll be waiting for the summon gauge to start filling up. So again, go ahead and cast Firaga with Cloud. Right now, you are kind of trying to do some damage. But more importantly, there we go. He got hit one more time, summon gauge shows up, so we're going to heal up Barret. Now we've got the entire setup. We've got all 3 limit breaks. We've got Barret's, we've got Ifrit on the way, effectively. And here's the final setup. Phase 3, there's no safe area, but it's still not that dangerous. You've got plenty of MP. You've got Kiragas. You can see taking damage. Make sure to cast that barrier. But really, you're waiting for that summon gauge. You want to get Ifrit out. And as soon as you get Ifrit out, it's go time. Now again, you don't necessarily need Ifrit for this. You could just be casting Firagas with Cloud throughout this. And it would have the same effect. As a matter of fact, it would have worked just fine for me here without even doing the summon strategy. But I wanted to show you both. So once we get Ifrit out, we're going to push him into the 4th phase, which is his enraged phase. And that is when he is by far the most dangerous. So we're going to try and cast one more Firaga with Cloud to get him enraged. Get that HP threshold to where he uses enrage. There we go. And at this point, just let it all loose. Limit breaks. All 3 limit breaks. And if he ends up dodging one, if he doesn't die from all your limit breaks, don't worry about it. You've got Ifrit there to use his, what is it? Not Mega Flare. Wow, I forget his Mega Attack, but doesn't matter. Phase 1, get rid of that horn and that tail. Sorry, phase 1, get rid of that horn. Phase 2, get rid of that tail, and then gain your limit gauges. Phase 3, summon Ifrit, but continue to do damage. And then once he gets enraged, which is phase 4, let it all loose. It's a pretty simple strategy, but again, everything just went wrong during this video and it still works. So hopefully it was easy to understand. I know it looked really messy, but if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. And until next time, I'm the Strategic Gamer, and I hope it helps.